Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Where are you going to find yourself in this weird, wild, wacky world we're in? This is another scene for Unmask Orlando, the Werewolf the Apocalypse venue. This evening's scene is set on Sept at the heart of Aeolus, Sept in the Ocala National Forest in Ocala, Florida. And this evening we have a social scene. And I will go through my PCs and let them tell me what they are doing, and then we will go from there. Starting with Mr. Aiden Belmont.
Aiden, what's the time? What time of day are we?
It is, since you want to do the thing, it's going to be after sunset.
So yeah, Aiden is probably just done with his run, and he's now just probably has a snack, like I'll say a corn dog that he's walking around Sept eating.
Not silently judging you at all over your choice of snack.
Yes, you are.
So that's all you're doing?
Yeah, just walking around Sept, just kind of enjoying the night right now.
Okay. Up next we have Jack. What is Jack
Alright.
doing?
So, for the past odd hour, as the sun is setting, we got this sort of like twilight atmosphere going on around here. The sky is a bit more red or
The sun has already set.
cool. So, previously, before the scene started, the various long ass description of sunsets and how sunsets go ahead and work. We're now in the evening, very, very darkest of night, and there are fugitive figures stalking the Sept. That happens just to be a bunch of ragabashes, but ragabashes need their fun, okay? They don't get a lot of fun. This is their one thing. You gotta give them their one thing.
They have a lot of fun. They're ragabashes. What the fuck are
They're
you talking about?
ragabashes. That's all they do. Anyway, I will go on to our final werewolf PC, and then I will come back to someone else. We have next Aziza Petrova.
So where exactly are we on Sept?
I'm just getting a good idea of what everyone is doing at the moment.
I guess first thing Ziza would have started doing is ragabash proofing the outside of her apartment. Or little cottage, whatever you want to call it.
It's an apartment.
And then she probably would have set on the actual entrance to the building, the stairs or whatever, so she could drink her tea and enjoy the view of others.
Okay, and then we come back to Alyssa Gonzalez.
Yes. So she is probably taking a little bit of a break from the baby, as and helping Maeve and Bailey, and is out for a stroll
With a rather large man on her arm.
Yes.
And that is a good place for Aiden to run into her.
Yeah, Aiden sees her and he just gets stuck. The corn dog in his mouth. Kind of the hands kind of holding it. He just gets stuck like he was put on pause.
Alyssa will notice Aiden and she'll blink and she'll smile.
Let's go.
Aiden.
He lets go of the corn dog. It just falls on the floor and he just comes and hugs her.
and she will wrap her arms around him. I think they're about the same height, aren't they?
She's like 5'4". So yeah,
Okay,
but
he's actually a couple inches taller than she is. Um, she wraps her arms around him and hugs him tightly.
Yeah,
It is good
Castiel
to
would have
see
went
you.
ahead and let go of her hand to let her do that.
I thought, how long have you been back?
I just came back to the Sept a few nights ago.
I thought you had disappeared. Oh, I see. Did she disappear before he left or after he left?
About
Right
the
before.
same time, like right before.
I think it was right before he left. Yeah.
Like, came back, they said they had never found you.
No, they didn't. I had. She kind of takes a look around. Like she doesn't want everybody on Sept knowing that this is Aiden. So, she kind of takes him aside. Something happened to me.
What? I mean, it must be serious. You were gone 2 years.
The same black spiral dancer that kidnapped all of these kinfolk also had me kidnapped. I was taken by vampires and turned into one of them.
So you're...
She'll nod. I am. I spent a year and a half in a faction that is to us what the Black Spiral Dancers are to the Garu. It was not a fun time. And she looks slightly over to Castiel. That man over there saved me.
Thank you. Alice says, if you look at him, Alice says like another mom to me.
He smiles and kind of wraps his arm around Alyssa.
She looks up to him. The woman you met the other night, Delphia, she is his mother.
Ah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Aiden.
I see the
Aiden's
resemblance.
Aiden has been like my own son.
Aiden, isn't that the name of the boy that Avery mentioned being in the accident with her?
Rolling.
Literally all he said was accident.
Okay. Yeah.
That is not
Yeah,
enough
you
for your
don't-
flashbacks.
No, this is not something that yeah. Alyssa will nod. See.
He nods.
Sweet.
He does speak with a... You can't quite place his accent. It's definitely Eastern European. It's not quite the same as Alexi's. But since you probably haven't met anyone else who is Romanian, you probably can't place his accent. It does sound very Eastern European. It's just hard to place.
So I'm guessing you've seen Avery. He says, I'm guessing you've seen Avery.
Of course. Avery, Bailey. Finally, Celeste. Sebastian. All of them. I did not want to come here until I saw all of them.
He'll nod, starts to form tears, and hugs her again. I'm
She'll
sorry.
hug him back. Oh, why are you sorry? You did nothing wrong, Aiden.
What happened to Avery?
That is not your fault, and I don't blame you.
How was the other Will?
It doesn't matter. You were hit by somebody else.
Trying to avoid someone else who ran a red light. Hardly your fault.
It was not your fault. Stop blaming yourself. She'll cup his face in her hands and look him in the eyes. Which he will notice that she doesn't appear to be any different than what she was before. The
That
whole
she does not feel cold.
look at me, please. Stop blaming yourself. It's just torture. It wasn't your fault. I don't blame you. Avery doesn't blame you. Okay?
He'll nod.
Forgive yourself, please. For all of us. For you.
I tried. My head just keep thinking there's something I could have done.
There is nothing you could have done. It wasn't your fault. It was theirs. They were the ones that made that decision. It was not your
Castiel
fault.
kind of places a hand on his shoulder. Him, on the other hand, he is extremely cold.
So cold.
Quite the opposite of the very
Yeah.
warm, kind smile that he is wearing.
Has Alexei, is there anything we can do to help her?
Castiel kind of looks over at Alyssa when, he asks if there's anything they can do to help Avery.
I am working on a solution. You know that I am a doctor.
Yeah.
And I specialize in blood. I was taken into a clan. We have clans similar to tribes that specializes in blood magic. And it's I could not have been taken in if this was going to happen to me. I could not have been placed in a more perfect situation. I am working on isolating the healing properties of our blood so that I may heal people without them becoming addicted to our blood. Because when someone takes the blood of us, they are healed completely of all injuries and ailments. But they become addicted, dependent. And also, as long as we are alive, so are they. And I don't want to put Avery through that. So I'm trying to figure out how to heal her without her being addicted. I'm studying the blood, seeing if it is possible.
He'll nod.
If anyone can figure it out, it's her.
She blushes.
I've missed you, Aunt Alyssa.
I've missed you. I've missed everybody. It is good to be back. And I am here for a little while Maeve and Bailey recover from the birth of their daughter. And I am helping with the baby at night, which is so that they can sleep, since I sleep during the day.
Yeah. You're still not a listener to me. I don't care what you are. Don't care what you've become.
I'm still the same as I was, except now I live on blood instead of food. Which was quite an adjustment in itself. It still kind of is.
I'm Guru now, so
I know. Avery told me. How does it feel for you to be a cub?
just wish hadn't happened this way.
I assume, well, I know that you had to break up with Iris.
You'll nod, look down.
That's a very guilty look you're wearing.
You know, let's zoom over to that for a second.
Yeah, you know what? We're
I
gonna.
need to hear this.
Which Silent Strider's door are you banging on? Aziza or one of the NPCs?
Of course, Aziza. She's here. Why not abuse her a little bit? So outside of her particular apartment, who knows whether or not Jack actually knows what the fuck he's doing, but he's got a baseball bat. He's furiously pounding on the door. Hey! Let me in!
She is slowly going to come around the corner from the front entrance, holding her own metal bat and staring him down.
You get stared right back. He is. We now have a bat off.
Can the daughter of a Petrova help you?
I just look. I'm really hungry. I went ahead and used all my money to go ahead and buy feeder mice to go ahead and catch possums. I'm all out of possums and feeder mice.
God damn, he has to, of course, be mean.
So are we doing this? He holds up his bat because we could, but I really don't want to heal up bruises.
She glares at him for a little while, sighs, wait here. She's gonna go inside, lock the door behind her,
Ah,
make him a sandwich, and bring it out with a bottle of water and chips.
by the time you bring it out, Jack is kind of perched on one of the porches. The porch fence, I'm going to go ahead and say, much like you would expect an owl. He goes ahead and looks at you, goes ahead and makes the grabby hands for the sandwich in the water.
He's going to sit it on one of the steps and make him come down to get it.
A little bit of groan as he extricate himself off the railing. Gonna go ahead and grab the food. Take a bite. Thanks. Oh, yeah. Wipes off the crumbs off his shoulder, extends a hand. Jack, New Moon, Hamid, Silent Strider, Cleus? Yeah.
She's shaking his hand because in here I thought for a minute my grandfather owed you money or something. I'm Aziza Petrova, deeded Quiet Fire. I'm a Cleophilodox of the Silent Striders.
Goes ahead and nods. Neat. There are a lot more of us around than I thought there were going to be.
I prefer quiet places, so you won't see me at many parties unless my family's there.
Of course, fair enough. I mean, like, it's only in the quiet places where all the creepy crawlers can go ahead and crawl out of the ground and, like, from behind the trees. By the way, he points at a random direction at a one particularly large oak tree. I fucking see you, Edward! I fucking see you! Better get back to your fucking grave right the fuck now!
Just gonna pull a little flashlight out of her bag and start shining it in his eye. Have you been drinking tonight, sir?
Of course, he has been drinking. You can see like the huge, quite prominent red circles around his eyes.
I'm gonna get you a cup of coffee.
I don't need coffee. Coffee just makes me jittery and irrational. Like, you motherfucking Edward! As he goes ahead and stomps in that direction.
She is going to text her family about the strange silent strider that she thinks might be a meth head.
I mean, if he is, her family would know because they are crime leaders and
That's
know
why
probably
she's texting them.
and know probably every drug dealer in the city. I would assume that they've probably never heard of Jack.
Nah. Jack looks bad, but he's all high on Gaia.
Stop smoking that Gaia bush.
No, never. Khakis have the best shit. At this point, he's like turning back. The trunk is eviscerated. There's like huge gashes of crino-sized claw marks all the fuck over it.
You might want to clean that up before one of the others punishes you.
Well, they had to find me first.
We don't have a keeper of the land at the moment, so
She is totally taking a picture and she's just going to send it to all the Theurges later.
oh dear.
He goes ahead and gives you the V victory sign.
She's even going to send it to the Get a Fenris Theurge.
What brings you out here?
I live here.
Okay, you lived here all your life?
No.
Okay, what brings you here?
Shin Hells deeply. Do you hear that? Do you smell that? How peaceful and calm it is at the moment.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I've been known to disturb the peace.
You're not as bad as most disturbing of the peace I see, so it's fine. No, my family was here and I wanted to live closer to my family for a while. Everybody knows I'm a daddy's girl. I love my father, Alexei.
Okay. No, I see. You do your father proud, I guess? I don't know.
Well, living close to him now means I get to make up for all the years I didn't have him around, so I'm sure you make your, she kind of tilts her head, father or mother or both proud?
Boy, howdy, I certainly don't go ahead and hope so.
I think the only person I don't make proud is my stepmother, but we barely know each other.
Well, fuck stepmothers, right?
No. I mean, I like a nice set of boobs as much as the next person, but no thank you.
He goes ahead and like waves his hand dismissively at the idea. The boobs are nothing. I need a dark chick. Just, just completely Halloween goth 24/7 all year round. That's my kind of girl.
I don't think I should be having this conversation with you, let alone in public.
Well, we should obviously go inside, otherwise I'm going to start blabbing
You-
about your particular preferences and mates.
You are not getting into my apartment. I don't
I don't
know
want it in
you.
your apartment. Jesus. I just don't want to be talking about like what your preferences of mates are out in public.
I feel like he's yelling that out.
He is.
But I'm pretty sure Castiel has no idea how to respond to the yelling.
At this point, he's like moving past you as if the decision has already been made for us to walk into the apartment.
You know
Well,
what?
it's still
Since-
locked and she's not
Since they
moving.
probably put them near each other, the fuck is going on?
She looks back at David and she goes, I think he's high.
I'm not high, he says, as he's got his lockpicks out, trying to dig out the apartment lock.
If
I
David
swear to
is
God.
there, I have to play somebody that's
fine.
tagging along with him.
Yes.
She's good. Yeah, you can do that. Aziza is getting up to stop someone with a lockpick set at the moment.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
come out of his own apartment in nothing but, a pair of, like, pajama pants.
And he has this person with him who is probably wearing one of his t-shirts.
Oh dear.
That
So
distracts
you go ahead and
Aziza.
slap the picks out of his hands?
Yeah, yes, she does that as she looks at the other two and starts blushing.
The picks drop to the floor. Oh man.
I will break every finger you have and I will feed your own testicles to you if you unlock that door.
I mean, that sounds like a good time, but again, I'm not here to talk about your mating habits. Reaches down,
That's
puts the
it.
picks back in
She
his
starts
pocket.
texting her grandfather. I need to borrow all your blades, oh fabulous one. And she's saying this out loud as she types.
David is just shaking his head like, why are Silent Striders so fucking weird?
Tell me about it. It's all she mutters.
Snow just kind of blinks and looks to David.
Can you guys keep the fuck down, please?
I will try.
Okay. I'm
Don't you
sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
She-
not
she-
keeping it down.
She just grabs Skid by the ear and is now dragging him towards the courtyard area, away from
Wonderful.
the buildings.
He is being dragged. You have him by the ear. He is yelping. This is painful.
Towards any group of people she could recognize. Because we all know David needs to get back to mating.
David is just gonna wrap his arm around Snow and take her back inside because fucking weird ass Silent Striders.
Yeah,
She
she's
Swears he's the only fucking normal one around here.
This is normal when you're not trying to rob their apartment.
Yeah, he's just gonna wrap his arm around her and take her back inside.
After a few moments, Jack's gonna go ahead and try to break through. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm legitimately sorry. Okay. I owe you. I owe you. What do you want from me? I owe you.
She's going towards Aiden at this point.
All right.
If she can see him, she's dragging Jack over to Aiden.
You also
And
see a very large, not as large as your grandfather, but still quite large man.
Mr. Aiden Belmont.
Or, let me put Alyssa back in.
What?
I need a favor since you're a cub. She's
What?
still holding Jack by the ear like he's a child.
Oh, absolutely.
I need
What?
you to take this drunk to the den parents, please, so I can get back to work.
He's not drunk, he's just Jack.
He's also not a cub. Just saying.
No, but I'm a cub.
Hashtag I thought Aiden was still a cub.
Aiden
No,
is,
I'm a cub.
Jack isn't.
Mm-mm. Jack is not a cub.
No, it's funnier this way.
It's
She knows
funnier.
Jack's not a cub. She needs someone, though.
He's a
I
clean.
can't-
I'm a cub. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Distract him because he's acting like a cub.
Alyssa furrows her brow. What is he doing?
He's trying to pick locks.
And she definitely smells like Shadow Lord, like very high pure breed Shadow Lord.
Yeah, Castiel just
You-
doesn't.
Nope.
She'll just nod in greeting to Castiel. Look, it's you can stay here with Aiden, or I can take you to my grandpa. Which do you prefer?
Which one of these lets you let go of my ear?
Why do you
Whichever-
have... She looks to Jack. Stop trying to break into her apartment.
I wasn't trying to break in.
she has
It's
a
just I
very-
didn't have the keys.
She has a very motherly stare, you know.
Mom,
And
If
she
you
is,
don't have-
and this tiny woman with this big stare.
If you don't have the key, then get the fuck out.
If you don't have the key, then you knock. If you do not get an answer, you come back later. You don't try to break in.
I did knock. She did come out.
Then
you asked for food. I gave you food. You have
I am
no reason.
confused.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was delicious food.
I am very confused.
Absolutely delicious. Look at this woman. Look at this woman. This great, proud, powerful Garu gives me the best feast. I have to go ahead and tell you. You can let go of my ear. She gave me salmon. She gave me steak. She gave me just loaves and loaves of bread,
I like
cheesy bread as well. It was a delicious meal, and
I
she went ahead and prepared for it like 5 seconds out and about.
I literally made you a sandwich. You said you were hungry.
This is a better story. Don't stop blowing it, man.
She just lets go of your ear. I'm going back to people my own age and just walks off.
Bye. I'll see you again tomorrow night.
I need a husband, is all she says as she walks off.
What a delightful lady.
We let's see. We will get Aziza a husband. I have.
Just
we have,
wait.
we have people. I have somebody.
So, someone to answer the door for her when Jack comes over is all she needs.
Oh man, and his eyes when they stare at him.
Oh well. Turn into
'Cause he
Aiden.
has
You want to see another dead body?
Stop trying to make a fucking haunted forest.
Alyssa tries very hard not to laugh because there are 2 dead bodies standing in
Right.
front of him.
Oblivious to this and the irony
I
of the
know.
situation, Jack is gonna walk towards the trunk of a tree and do the shh, 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 trick again.
Alyssa shakes her head and just
And Castiel has all the aspects, so he is watching him do all of the things that he is doing.
I've got Auspex 3, so I can probably see most of it too.
Mhm.
Storyteller in the chat.
Okay.
Those with heightened senses and awareness, yeah, Jack is fucking off. Although he goes ahead and leaves behind a phone doll, a la Blair Witchy, just on the branch as he leaves.
I think that boy is a few newspapers short of a stack.
I'm just so glad I don't. I'm a Galliard and not a Philodog, so I don't have to deal with all this bullshit.
Alyssa will nod. You know, if I had had a first change, I would have been a Galliard.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
They are the lore keepers and storytellers of the Gar Nation.
We are the best of we are the best of the nation. Just not best of us.
I think you're just cocky.
Alyssa shakes her head, ruffles Aiden's hair. Don't get too cocky. You know that you'll be put in your place soon enough.
Yeah.
I heard about what you did.
Yeah, that was dumb. But I mean,
It was dumb. You could have been killed.
I was really angry at the time.
She'll nod. You don't. Yeah.
Castiel's gonna sit down. He's practically the same height as these two,
When he's
when he's fucking sitting down. So
right. Oh yeah. So if Kalina approaches, she definitely smells a Shadow Lord.
I mean, I will flat out say, because I totally missed where we were at this point.
we're just kind of out near the. There's a kind of courtyard out near the apartments, and that's where everyone is at the moment.
Okay.
Aziza's walking off, though, as dramatically as she can at this point.
Well, little Miss Kalina, I'm just gonna flat out say is just soaked. I mean, God, soaked. Like, has she been underwater for a year soaked? My word, her clothes are terrible. Like, they've got little bits of algae on them. She's so freaking soaked. She's gonna see a familiar face and immediately take off towards Jack.
I think
Oh
Jack.
god, oh god, oh god, oh
That's
god, oh
okay.
god, oh god,
He's
oh
gonna
god,
be
oh
running
god.
back the other direction at this point. Get
Oh, yeah.
back here!
Yeah.
As you just see this short woman chasing after Jack.
It won't be very long before the short woman goes ahead and pounces on dear old poor Jack.
You
Aziza
would be correct.
walking just to watch this from the distance, smiling.
You'd be correct. She would definitely do the pouncing.
What
As
is
you would-
Jack's auspice?
Say what?
What is Jack's auspice?
Ragabash.
Okay. You don't have it on your lower third, so I was like, oh, what's his auspice? That makes a lot of sense that he's a Ragabash.
Yeah, he's a Ragabash.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, she will pounce the Jack from behind, just kind of letting out a big whoop of, "I got me a pony!"
No! I thought I had escaped.
Nope. And then she'll grab either side of his hair and kind of use it like reins to direct him.
Oh, now she's piggybacking off of dear old Jack. Is that what I hear?
Yes.
All
She's
right.
light enough. She's light enough.
No, that's
Oh my
that's
God.
legit. So he starts to wander a little bit hackneyed in whatever direction that good old little Theurge to go ahead and slaps him around to go ahead and go to the direction of yeah.
Oh, Aiden looks at that. Looks at Elsa. Looks back. Wow, that's just like watching Alana and me. That's like what Alana.
Alana.
Sorry, Alana. I pronounced the name wrong, but yeah, good. This is like watching Alana and me.
Alyssa shakes her head.
Oh, so someone I've never met.
She will direct Jack back towards the Peoples. Because Peoples,
He is indeed directed and jockeyed back over there.
yeah!
Ow! Digging your goddamn heel into my side! Ah!
I could do worse, as she proceeds to reach down and kind of tickle in between his lower rib and the one right above that.
No, stop!
Did you forget medical profession?
What the fuck?
Cassie's
Melissa,
watching this with great fucking amusement.
Melissa chuckles.
Yeah, it is smart.
This is funny.
Aziza smirking from where she stopped walking to watch this in the distance. Because Jack being punished is amusing.
Now, Jack, are we gonna have another movie night here soon? You know you wanna.
I can only watch Friday the 13th so many times without taking inspiration.
It's okay. We don't need to watch that. I got a great idea for one. You'll love it.
I have seen Blair Witch as well, so we can skip
No,
that one.
no, not that. Not that. We gotta watch The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
His head goes ahead and cocks a little bit in such a dramatic fashion that it might go ahead and jostle poor old Kalani.
And it's just gonna be this expression when she says Great Pumpkin.
That's a. I assume the
The knife is not
fucking
there.
knife is there as well. It has to be there.
The knife is not there. She does not have a knife.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just a face.
His eyes go wide as well. Starts to go ahead and like lean backwards a little bit.
So we're gonna do it, right?
Yeah. Yes. We will do this thing. We will totally do this thing. There is no reason in the world to think that we will not do this thing. So there is no need for further incentives.
Okay, good. I'll tell the water spirits to be nicer to you next time.
You had them drown me.
You need to be toughened up, you punk. She'll hop off his back and proceed to just push him in the ass with her foot.
Oof.
She's going to look around, see some new faces. Ooh, new people.
Technically, you're
Looking over to Aiden. Do you want to become a dead body?
No, thank you. There'll be a lot of
Right.
angry people on set.
Castiel just cannot control the chuckle this time.
Are you sure?
If I die, there'll be angry Belmont on set. You don't want angry Belmont on set.
I can probably bring you back.
Let's
She could
not.
probably do it. Don't test her.
I don't. Let's not take chances.
Okay. Jack, who's the freshie?
Pointing at the freshie, assuming it is Aiden, he'll go and say, "Oh, that's Aiden. Apparently Belmont. He's a cub. He's kind of new. He doesn't like to see dead bodies."
Aiden's
cub?
not new. He's been on Sept longer than both of you combined.
A cub? She will proceed to go up and get inside the personal bubble. And like, I'm talking nose to chin. Hi.
Hi. So yes, Aiden Belmont, cub, born under a gibbous moon.
It's okay, Aiden. I won't bite. You can finish.
And born on two legs.
Good boy. You get a gold star. Hi, I'm Kalina. I'm a Cleith of the Shadow Lords. I'm a Theurge. And she does that like peace sign beside her eyes, the Yata one. And she's just like, Hamid.
Yes, you smell Shadow Lord.
Aw, you did notice. Thanks.
He doesn't like Shadow Lords. Shadow Lords beat him up with logic and reason, and then with fists.
I won't beat him up. As a matter of fact, I would be happy to introduce you to my friends, Aiden.
I mean, some of our best friends are Shadow Lords. What the
Alyssa
fuck are you
raises
talking
an
about?
eyebrow.
Aiden, I'll happily introduce you to my friends. They'll love you. Do you like to play?
I'm not sure yes is the right answer.
You can say no. I won't be offended.
What kind of games are we talking about?
The best kind.
The best kinds.
And she enunciates the best kind by doing 1, 2, 3 pokes in the chest.
Okay, people have different tastes. What are we talking about?
God, it's only like half of being a guru. You have to interact with the spirits. And I am friends with the water spirits.
Are they gonna try and
Jack's
drown
gonna
me?
go ahead and maneuver himself to the back of Aiden and just go ahead and start to push him, start to guide him. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, Aiden. It's gonna be so fun. So
Are
fun.
they going to try and drown me?
Only if you don't play well enough. And even then, you'll make it. You'll be fine.
Fuck it, I can swim. Why not?
I gotta ask, can Aziza hear this from where she's standing?
How far away did you walk?
About 10 steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, being the Philodox and caregiver nature, she's gonna turn around and hell deeply. Aiden, I will save you if you start to drown.
I can swim. I'm all good.
No, but your mother will kill me if something happens to you.
It's
Oh,
okay. I know
she'll
the mother's touch. I can take care of him.
She'll kill a whole
Push,
bunch of
push,
people if
shove,
something
shove.
happens to
We're
me.
going to the water.
Yeah, in this case, oh, she'll kill a whole bunch of people if something happens to me.
Yeah, as you know, Jack tries to shove him to the water, Castiel kind of grabs the back of Aiden's hoodie. No, he's not going anywhere.
It's the turn and look. Who are you to spoil our fun?
He kind of stands up to his full height now.
He is a very large and powerful man, as who he is.
Stares him in the chest because that's appropriate.
More like his stomach, because
Is
he's
he
6'10".
Uh-huh.
is he still holding on to Aiden?
Oh, okay. I see the huge size thing now.
Yeah,
Yes,
he has huge size.
stares him in the abdomen. And you are?
Castiel Acre.
Uh-huh.
That's all you need to know.
Ooh. Is that right?
Yes. He speaks as a well, you probably wouldn't recognize it as Romanian, but it's definitely Eastern European
Mm-hmm.
accent.
Sure.
And if you are close enough to, touch him, he radiates cold.
Is he still grabbing Aiden or has he let go?
Yeah, he let go.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a thing, hun. Yeah. I'm activating Aura of Confidence.
Okay.
It's a precautionary measure. Yeah. Ooh, failure. Suck. That's okay. Okay, I'll remember that. Castiel. And she'll just wink at him.
Kind of raises an eyebrow.
I believe
Wraps his arm around Alyssa.
I believe he already has a mate, Kalina.
That's okay. He can have all the mates he wants.
I'm fine with the one I have.
I'm sure.
Aziza behind Kalina is mouthing to Castiel and Alyssa, I'm so sorry.
Kalina's gonna look at the other person who I'm assuming is the mate, just because I don't know out of character.
Yep.
I'm sorry, what?
I was making sure who was the person having the arm put around.
Oh,
I could
Alyssa Gonzalez.
cool.
This
Yes.
lady,
Dankeschön.
who smells very, very strongly of Shadow Lord.
Yeah,
Yes, she does.
the intensity of the look is there. Can I make a perception primal urge check? I'm just wanting to see if I can get the sense of rage off the two of them.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
I
out
mean,
of
they
character,
both-
I know it's
they
going to
both-
fail, but
that and they both have, their beast anyway, so
They do, which might actually
it
register
might
as some
actually
rage.
register as rage.
that would be a call you guys would need to make on that one.
Honestly, because they do have the beast, I think that they would, but their high humanity, they would probably register as low rage Garu with that check.
I have 2 successes, so I would say that, yeah, they would register as kind of low rage Garu.
Okay.
Which is funny.
I mean, that's fair. If that's the way you guys want to roll it, I am cool with that. For reference, just in case you don't understand my way of thinking, it's okay. Check 1, make sure you're protected. Check 2, are they the threat? Check 3 is coming up here in a second. I haven't seen you guys around. What do you guys do around here?
We're just visiting.
Oh,
Alyssa will give her a smile. My son's mate just had her baby, so we are visiting.
that's great. It's always great when kids happen.
She'll smile and nod.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to teach the cub a lesson if I can. Unless, you're going to pull rank on me.
Which would be so terrible.
Alyssa,
Look at this poor, uneducated Garu begging to be learned. Shaking to Aiden.
Alyssa suppresses a chuckle because this is really hilarious to her because she's actually kinfolk.
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking great. But she'll look to Aiden and then back to Kalina. Go right ahead.
Thanks. I promise he'll come back in one piece, all at once.
Aiden looks at
If you don't,
Jedi.
you get to deal with his mother, so...
I mean, that's okay.
His mother is the former truth catcher of this sept, so
If she has a problem with me, she can always challenge me.
she is an Athro.
Well, she wouldn't want to challenge too far below rank then, would she?
Ooh,
Another
you are
wink
feisty.
happens.
She shakes her head and she looks to Kalina. You are a feisty one.
Is texting her father, do you have a blonde daughter anywhere in the world?
I am a shadow lord, honey.
Oh my
I would
god.
probably respond to that with, I don't know.
I don't know. Probably. No, it's I don't know, but probably.
In case, for those of you who have not met Kalina yet, she is obviously someone who is from some sort of Asian descent. It's no way to tell which one because, frankly, especially when you're only half, it kind of really screws the pooch on narrowing it down. And cultural bias is bullshit anyway. So
Castiel would probably have an easier time given how old he is, but...
Yep. But Kalina's going to go over and she's going to hook an arm with Aiden's and just look over at Jack and smile.
Just so
Looking
you
over
know,
the other arm, we're doing a thing now.
just so you know, if something happens to me, Mum won't bother with challenging anyone. We'll just shoot.
I mean, that's
He
okay.
goes ahead and Jack says, "Go ahead and try to grab your sight for a hot second. Go ahead and flare his eyes with his vision of Dutat. Oh, don't worry. I can see everything. If your spirit leaves your body, we'll grab it back.
Don't worry. We'll take good care of you. I'm sure you'll like it.
Ziza has now sent a message to Noah about this and asked it to be forwarded to Aiden's mother, just in case.
Yep. Aiden,
Lift.
Noah's
Walking.
go ahead and forward said message to Delphia.
Unless
Well, that's
she
funny
is,
because Alyssa was also texting Delphia, being like, you
unless
know, your
she's-
son went off with a half-cocked Shadow Lord, so I'm not sure how well he's going to come back.
So unless she is stopped, she's going to take Aiden to go play with the water spirits, and I'm actually meaning play. Like, I'm not talking about drowning him. I'm just talking about playing with him. And if it looks like
Aw.
he's getting too much and like getting to where he's starting to get too much water, whatnot, she's gonna slap him in the back of the head with Mother's Touch.
Yeah, it's
And I
gonna
mean
be an
literally
actual
slap him
swim
in the back of
session.
the head. Yes,
That
it's
is
actually gonna be fun.
hilarious. That is hilarious. I love it.
We all have legitimately enjoyed our time swimming.
Yes. Yeah, that's what she's going to go off and do now, unless someone stops her.
Nope.
No.
Ziza's
Delphia's gonna keep a close eye on everything, but
Yeah.
Delphia will let him go.
When they're alone for just a moment, Kalina's going to whisper to Aiden, to where Jack can hear, but only the two of them can hear, unless somebody is like being a fucking owl or something. Say,
I mean, fucking Castile has Auspex 5.
I mean, there's a good chance he hears it then, definitely. I mean,
Auspex
unless
5 with 5 perception and
Yeah.
5 alertness.
there's a good chance he heard. I mean, there's the off chance he hears something wrong, like a game of telephone, but he hears something. Hey, kid, you ain't got to worry, okay? I'm not going to be mean to you yet. You got to earn that.
What do you mean I'm gonna hurt you? Keep being mean to me.
You got to earn it. Until then, you're just a cub. Why would I ruin you?
Fucking Shadow Lords.
Don't. If she hears that, she's going to initiate a stare
Jack, for
down
his
with him.
part, is just like Jack has been enjoying a little bit of a cigarette, and then when he goes ahead and hears the "oh fuck Shadow Lords," he's just like, oh, "Okay, well then, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out. This might get interesting."
Fuck Shadow Lords. Fucking Shadow Lords.
I really hate to do this,
Fucking
Nelson.
Shadow Lords.
I'm initiating a stare down with you with that comment.
What do we roll again for?
I'll have to bring it up unless somebody has it free and able.
I do not remember.
Give me a,
Charisma, intimidation.
or rage, I think, whichever's higher.
Yes. If you roll with the rage, though, there's the off
Yeah,
chance
I
you
know.
might frenzy.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Charisma.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's charisma, intimidation, and your pure breed counts.
Okay. Aiden doesn't have intimidation.
Then just roll your charisma.
Yep, charisma and pure breed.
Still eight
Or
dice.
is it manipulation? I can't remember. Is it charisma or manipulation?
But
For
you
what?
technically use stare down.
Either way, I'm
Or
good.
it'd be charisma or manipulation.
If you're trying to intimidate to be like scary intimidating, it would be manipulation.
It's more of a you fucking said what?
She's bringing the full force of her personality to bear, which makes it charisma.
Okay.
Yep,
Works for me.
charisma.
I do not have a specialty for this, thank God. But here goes the roll for it with 9 dice.
Uh,
1, 2, 3. I've got 5 successes. You want to take away 1?
Oh, yep. I didn't notice the one.
Yeah, 5 successes. Let's
Oh
see.
dear.
I hope you don't fox from this. I really do.
I mean, I still got 8 dice without any intimidation.
Wait. Oh yeah, because pure breed. Duh.
Yeah. Diff 6.
Yep.
4 successes.
ST,
Okay.
what happens?
It's only one die difference, so I mean he's probably intimidated, but definitely not enough to Fox Frenzy. Not even close.
Good.
Why do you guys?
He's mildly intimidated.
I'll look down. Why do you guys think being scared? We want.
She's just going to enunciate, well, again, with the chest poking. Respect your elders. Even though she may actually look younger than Aiden, I'm not sure.
Aiden looks like 20.
They look the same age. Now, enough of that. Enough bad talking my tribe, because I'll forgive you this time. Let's go have fun.
I like your tribe. Some of my best friends are from your tribe.
Then why are you saying fucking Shadow Lords?
Why are you talking like I want to be scared of you? Like it's earned.
We're nothing to be scared of, don't you know? Now, if you saw me in
Like
the Umbra,
death.
that might be a thing.
I mean,
Yeah. Nothing to be scared of. They're like death. You don't need to be scared of death. You're not scared of death, are you?
Jack,
I mean,
death is a group of stages, and you know that. You don't just die
Yeah.
and die. It takes time.
Ew. You know, actually, ew.
I
Ew.
mean,
Ew. Now you got to be thinking about the decay process. Ew.
Yeah, I was
Maybe-
training to be a doctor.
maybe
Oh, yeah.
scarier than Bailey. So he'll shrug.
And I don't have it. I need to
Alyssa's like,
put something up.
Alyssa says, don't let Bailey hear you say that.
I'm pretty sure he said it in front of Bailey several times.
Probably.
Yeah, he'll just say,
To which
I
Bailey
mean-
broods over it.
I sadly don't have the picture on this PC, but it's very much the face of bully, a challenge. I love competition. But yes,
You
healthy
want to
notes
try and
getting
be-
splish splashed.
You want to try and be scarier than Maeve? That's going to be. Well, actually, she had that whole. No, she's a mother now, so no, she'll be actually scarier.
It's okay.
Connie, I'm gonna go ahead and ghost. All right, I'll just be around, just not visible, because I'm feeling like not being visible. Okay.
Jack.
What?
Jack.
And that is my name.
Come here.
Go ahead and walk it over. What?
She's gonna reach up just very softly, almost lovingly for just a second, looking like she's about
Aw.
to touch his face.
Aw.
And she's gonna grab the ear.
Ah!
If we need help, help. Okay?
Yeah, okay. That was implicit. Ah! Why is everybody going for my ear today?
And she'll just use the other hand and just gently pat the cheek. All right.
Aw.
Be a good boy now. Yuff.
Yeah. Yes. Right.
I need
Ear,
a drink
please.
of tea. Is all Aziza says and is going to walk towards the nearest vending machine.
So for a moment, we need to swap over to another area of the sept,
We do.
because shit's about to go down.
It is.
Yay! Hopefully Aziza gets to bear witness.
Actually, no, they're probably going to go to the apartment, so they're not going to be that far away.
Yep, you'll hear it.
Oh yeah. But Aziza does not want to have to go back to her inside her apartment to make tea.
So, as this group of people is approaching the apartments,
Do we see them go past?
Only... So, Saoirse will see them all coming on to the sept, and she has curiosity. She is wondering what is going on. She sees her father in with that group.
Yep. Also, the top two anyway.
Yeah, the top two are with her group, and the bottom one is not. The bottom one is inside the apartment that they're approaching.
Excuse me a sec.
Yeah, Aiden saw what went down last night, so
Yeah, Aziza's done looking for tea, but she's just gonna stand off to the distance to watch because
You guys want to see a show? He'll look at the other two.
I mean, Aiden could always bring them to come and stand with Aziza.
this will also catch Alyssa's attention, so she's going to be there to bear witness as well.
Yeah,
I'll just
I
put
don't
her
have
over
space
lip.
for fucking Castiel, so
But he's there, yeah.
he's there. Only because I don't have fucking room for him. Because a bunch of
Mhm.
angry fucking children of Gaia.
Yeah, so Aiden, you guys want to see a show? As he looks at the other two, at the two clear door with him.
In the middle of splish splashing. What show? Huh? Oh,
Yeah, Alyssa just sees Delphia and she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, the look on her face is not happy. Neither is the look on either Cordelia or Adriana's faces.
Aziza's gonna look at Alyssa.
I will, before this takes place, will content warn that there will be mentions of abuse.
Yep.
That's fine.
So-
with me, at least.
Just putting that out there that there will be mentions of abuse in the next portion of the scene.
If they come up beside Aziza, though, since she does not have popcorn or tea, she will offer them a pack of gum, a piece out of her bag.
Aiden just goes, you know how they say shit is about to hit the fan? I'm pretty sure shit is about to hit the helicopter blades. Let's go.
nope. I'm watching.
Yep, let's go. That's where we're going. We're going to watch.
Yeah, so there is a very firm knock on Eileen's door from a rather upset Alpha.
She opens the door and she smiles to Noah. Hello.
He gives her a very forced, very fake smile. And he can come outside.
Why? I'm waiting on my husband to come home. So we
Well-
can go home.
And that's when, Cordelia kind of, pulls Noah out of the way. And she moves in. Your husband isn't going anywhere with you.
She furrows her brow and looks to her. Excuse me? Who are you to say that he's not going home with me? He's my husband.
Someone who
Of course he
recognizes
is.
the signs of abuse.
Abuse.
Yes, abuse.
I don't.
I'm a psychologist. You think I don't recognize it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, needless to say, your husband won't be going anywhere with you. And Delphia, being the amazing fucking lawyer that she is, produces a set of divorce papers. Already signed. You've been served.
She takes them and looks to them and looks at them and looks back to Delphia. What is this?
Those are divorce papers. Already signed.
She looks around her to try to find Colin.
Adriana has got her arm in his.
He is shaking.
If he is shaking, she wraps her arms around him comfortingly.
Eileen looks at that and she's gonna take her rage from seeing her mate with somebody else.
That's Fine.
And that is going to have to be a rage roll. What is the current moon phase?
Current, give me just a second. I know it was gibbous the other day. Moon phase.
While she looks that up, Nelson's screen that he has up is currently everyone watching this go down.
It is a
still gibbous.
waxing gibbous.
Okay, it's still gibbous, so it's diff 5, right? For frenzy?
Unless they are
6.
Galliard and it's diff 4.
Right. She's a Philodox, so.
Yep, it is a waxing
Where-
gibbous.
Werewolf dice roller. There we go.
I was gonna say, you need me to tag you because I can.
No, I got it.
Okay.
So she now has 5 rage. Because her permanent rage is 4.
Would you calm the F down?
Only 1 success. So she's only a little bit angry. A little bit angrier than she was already going to be. And she looks, she kind of like pushes past the two that are standing there and steps over to Colin and Adriana.
Adriana will physically put herself between Eileen and Colin.
Colin, what are you doing? What is this nonsense? We need to go home. And he will look to her and he will take a breath. I'm not going anywhere with you. I'm done, Eileen. Saoirse's eyes widen. This is like the happiest fucking day of her life right now.
Yeah, and Adriana has very much put herself between them and is, probably still wearing what she was earlier.
Eileen's jaw kind of drops. And she furrows her brow. So what? You find some little thing that changes your entire worldview and all of a sudden you don't want to be with me anymore? I see how it is. Ungrateful. And
Ungrateful for what? Did
everything.
you put him through?
The life I gave him. And Saoirse will pipe up and say, what, the miserable life you gave him? He's not been happy my entire life. I'm not stupid, Ma. I know what's gone on, what you've done. I've been waiting for this day.
I've seen the scars on him. I know what those are from.
Saoirse bites her lip and tears up. And she'll look to Adriana, who she now recognizes, and she's like, hold a finger up. I want to talk to you later.
Yes, we will talk later.
And she looks to her father. Don't worry. I'll make sure that she never comes near you again. I don't care that she outranks me or that she's my mother. That's all she is. She's never given any of us a happy day. Eileen just steps back and she shakes her head. Fine. That's how you want it? Fine. And she'll when the abuser is outnumbered, yes, they do.
Oh yeah, she's fucking outnumbered here. Like, and the alpha is here.
Mhm. Fine. Call in when you're through playing house. You can come home whenever you like.
Delphia looks at her. I'm gonna need you to sign those papers first.
I'm not signing anything. He's mine. I don't care where he is.
Oh, and Adriana takes a fucking rage for that. He doesn't belong to anyone.
I claimed him years ago. He is mine. Bound by the spirits.
And Cordelia's sitting here thinking, I can fix that.
Right? Saoirse can too. She has spirit speech. Saoirse
Yeah.
will look to her mother and she'll say, "Not no more. Get out. And don't ever come near him again. Or I will kill you myself."
Noah looks at them and starts speaking and signing simultaneously. I don't want you back on my sept. Ever. I've made it clear in the past, by banishing my own father, that abusers will not be tolerated on this sept. So, go and do not come back.
She glares at Colin and Adriana one more time before she turns around and gets her things. And
And that's about
We'll
the
head-
time that the fucking warder shows up to, escort her off.
mm-hmm.
As she's leaving, Aiden just goes, na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, and she starts waving.
You're just gonna poke him in the side. Shh. Pay attention.
When she Oh yeah, I'll just put her overlay up by itself for just a second. If I can find it.
We do it for
I have so many overlays. There it is. Up on my
Aziza is
Minicam.
totally flipping the abuser off as she gets drug away.
She's just mumbling to herself.
I'd tell you what I think about you, but I got in trouble last time.
Where did Shayna go?
Shayna dropped. She was roboting. I think her internet crashed.
Damn it. The DC monster strikes again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think any of us made proper sacrifices this week.
Yeah, probably not.
I was about to say, I was over here trying to decide if I should take a rage or not based on Aziza's backstory.
I don't know. Maybe you should make a rage check.
I'm back. DC monster struck again. Yeah, David just stood there with his arms crossed. Let's go. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I disconnected there for a moment, so.
Yeah, I saw. Eileen is just kind of shaking her head and muttering to herself a bit angrily under her breath as she walks to the moon bridge entrance.
Yeah, David is, walking with her the whole way. in Hamid, arms crossed.
Oh shit, he's in Hamid.
It's more intimidating this way.
Right?
Yeah, he's got his arms crossed. Looking very, very grumpy, as he does.
Well, she doesn't look much. She looks very grumpy herself. And, yeah, she will, without incident, leave the sept.
David does not leave until the door to the moon bridge is closed again, and then goes back to report to Noah that, she's gone.
Yeah, as soon as she is gone, Saoirse goes over to her father and just wraps her arms around him, which he then returns the hug and holds her tightly. Both of them crying
Aiden goes to his family.
in both relief and grief because, it was a long, long time.
Also, your father smells suspiciously like Child of Gaia.
Mm-hmm. She's ignoring that for the moment.
Aiden goes to his family. He'll small plugs his mum.
Althea just wraps her arm around him.
Saoirse will say to Colin, I don't know what you did, but I'm glad that you finally decided to leave her. And he then looks over to Adriana.
She kind of smiles a little bit.
And he says back to Saoirse, I was shown what actual love is, and realized that I didn't have that with her. Probably not ever. And Saoirse just nods. When you have a chance, there's someone I would really like you to meet. And he nods. Of course. And then she looks over to Adriana. What the fuck are you doing here? She goes over and gives her a
I was
hug.
here to see my sister. She motions with her thumb over at Cordelia.
And she'll probably recognize Cordelia too.
She recognizes Cordelia because that's her father's fucking therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Or her uncle's therapist, I mean.
Yep, it's her uncle's therapist, and she looks to her and smiles, but she probably also realizes that she knows her from New York too.
Yeah, Cordelia's been down here for a while, but
Oh, okay. And she'll then say to Adriana, "Oh, she's your sister."
yep. That's my older sister.
She'll nod. I'm going to guess that you're staying.
Looks like it. Wasn't intending on it, but I guess things change.
It would appear so.
And I can do my job from anywhere, so
She'll nod. Thank you. All of you. You have no idea. You have no idea how much this means to me. I've been trying for years to get him to leave her.
well,
Aiden looks at you. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Aiden looks at both his aunts, So you're both staying.
Cordelia kind of quirks an eyebrow. I have been here, you shithead. Just because
I mean, you were.
I
in-
still work in Orlando, but yes, I am staying around Sept.
Colin smiles. Especially after my brother gets out.
Shut up!
And Saoirse looks to her. Oh. Colin has a shit-eating grin on his face.
You were clearly meant to be a ragabash.
Aziz is muttering to Jack and Kalina, I really need a cup of tea right now.
Don't know what you're talking about. I need some freaking tequila.
There's a thermos just like thrust in your direction. Smells
So,
suspiciously like your
Saoirse-
own coffee.
Saoirse looks to Cordelia and she says, now I understand what it means by thriving in one-on-one therapy.
Hush.
Look, I don't care. As long as
Aiden.
he's better and he's happy, that is the best gift that you could give my family. Both of you.
Aiden
Our
just
family
texted-
has been broken for a long time.
Aiden just
And
texted
now
Alana.
there's
Sorry,
and
go
now
ahead.
there's finally a light at the end of the tunnel.
Guess Cordelia's dropping the Belmont from her name.
Yep. Yep. She's gonna be Hartford O'Brien soon. The O'Briens are just tacking their names onto everybody. It's fine.
Right?
And Saoirse will hug both of them, both Adriana and Cordelia.
They will both gladly.
Gladly?
Can I talk?
Nope, it's not allowed.
Clearly, I cannot English today.
You need to pay Chiminage for that.
They will both gladly accept the hugs. Fuck.
And Aiden will text Alana, we were right about your mom.
What did they speculate?
Alana had speculated that, since she hadn't been coming home, well, Aiden speculated that she might be sleeping with a patient. And Alana was like, no way, Mom wouldn't do that. She'd get in trouble for it.
Welp.
She clearly underestimated her mother.
She clearly did.
Or rather, overestimated.
Right?
So, Kalina, you need tequila. I'm starting to get hungry. Maybe we should feed Jack something more than a sandwich.
Jack, let's go eat a burger.
Legit! Very, very happy about the idea of getting burgers with now my two bestest of friends.
Oh,
Throws,
God. I don't
arms out over the shoulders.
Aziz is looking up at the alpha Noah with the big help me eyes.
And it's time for frog marching because she volunteered.
Noah just
Yep.
raises his hands like, this is
Mistakes were
Nope.
made.
Arm hooked.
Aiden, come on, she's gonna yell.
I don't know
You're
how
coming
long.
too, Cub.
How,
I'm taking
I always see how long has
responsibility.
it been since it's been like Aiden has been like with both his mother and both his aunts.
I mean, okay, so Cordelia hadn't really been back to Sept all that much in about 6 years, and Adriana only visited probably once a year. Probably for Christmas.
Well, I'm staying with my family. It's been ages since.
That's
Yeah.
fine, family's important. Remember, Family first, always, as the Petrovas say. Onward, gentlemen and lady.
To be
Yo,
fair, the Petrovas
Petrovas, tell
only
me-
say that because they're fucking each other.
Was that in character or out of character?
That was entirely out of character.
Okay, I was about to say, Aziza will have to do some rolls if that was in character.
Hmm.
Except for Vanya. Vanya's not allowed to come first, she says. And you two make me want to drink.
Come on, let's go get the burger. If he wants to come along later, he can.
Maybe
It's
March,
too much lovey-dovey
March.
stuff for me for the night.
She rolls her eyes.
Yep.
I need something besides philodoxing.
Well, Saoirse looks to them and she's like, well, I definitely need to after all this.
She'll look back. You want to come, girly?
Sure, I'll come have a drink with you before I go home.
Yeah,
You know,
good.
before she goes back to the Cub house.
Yeah, which is her home right now.
It'll be great.
Celeste's
We can play
holding down
Never
the
Ever
fort.
Have I Ever.
It's fine. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, leave the Cleoth in charge of the Cubs.
Yep, Cleoth is in charge. I'm taking responsibility.
Do you know how often Claire is left in charge and she's a fellow cub? Like,
Hold on, we need
True.
Who's more in charge out of the two Cleoths is the question.
I mean,
no, she means leaving the Cleus in charge of the cubs at the
Oh.
Cub house.
Yeah, because
Because
the other
Saoirse's
temporary
Adrian.
dead mother is, a Cleoth.
Yep, she
Yeah.
is. She's Bailey's twin sister.
A Cleoth Shadow Lord Theurge.
Alright.
what could possibly go wrong?
Oh god. I mean, they're going to be playing Never Have I Ever, and they're going to be feeding Skid, so this could go great, or we might have to be calling Noah for help.
Nah, it'll be fine.
You can't call Noah unless you use a fucking very specific device.
Yeah, you need a
Sure you
a
can.
special
Sure you
phone.
can. It's called
Say I'm calling him, and then I'll be texting him.
You need a TTY to, call Noah.
Unless you're his packmate, then you can just mentally poke him.
Which I'm assuming gets that way too often.
Sebastian has fun with it.
Of course he fucking does. He's a ragabash.
And he's the alpha.
And he's the alpha.
So
he's in a pack
teases Noah.
fucking Sept Alpha.
He teases Noah about him, even though he's the Sept Alpha, he's the pack alpha, so he's technically above him.
And Noah would, tease him back in the same manner. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind you being over me. But, I think Johan would get a little jealous.
Are you kidding me? Johan would join. That is Sebastian.
Anyway, so let's give Aiden his family fills, I take it.
Yeah, like my family, yay.
Anywho, I think with everyone dispersing, that is a good place to end the scene.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've given Lindsay a heart attack. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Unmask.